Here with Si, we've drawn 1-1 here at St Mary's. We go to a replay next week. Is that a positive result for you? Are you disappointed we're going to a replay? Is it something you would have taken for the game?
It's positive that we are still in it. Not so positive, perhaps the last maybe 15 minutes or so, we just completely switched off. And that's the most frustrating thing. I felt today was the first time in a long time that we brought some creativity in the team. Everyone knew what they were doing, bar maybe one or two particular players. But everyone was consistent. Everyone was trying to be creative. It wasn't always coming off, but that's what we want to see. That kind of performance. So I think this is now the foundation we need to move on. So there's kind of positivities in the sense of how we played, but obviously the result is a bit disappointing towards the end.
Yeah, do you think we're improving? Our performances are improving of recent weeks. I know, against Watford, we kept a clean sheet, and we started playing a bit of football. We looked all right against Middlesbrough, and then against Norwich as well in parts. And then today, I thought we at times were playing some really nice one-touch football, playing it around the Southampton defence. And we, as you said, we looked a lot more creative, especially when Lo Celso was in centre midfield. He looked unbelievable. So, do you think there are signs that we're shaping into a Mourinho side?
Yeah, definitely, and I think he touched upon it a couple of months ago about the training. You have to be consistent with the training. He was only getting 1 or 2 days, and he was always mentioning that 1 or 2 days of resting and then maybe a day of training, and you can't operate like that. And it's showing, certainly, like you've just mentioned, in the last few weeks. Okay, yeah. In hindsight, maybe a couple of years ago, we would be saying, "Oh, we should be beating teams like Watford. We should be beating teams like this and that," and we just got to be realistic. We're in a transformation period. We're in a period where some new players have come in, or new players are excelling throughout the season, and they're getting to a point now where we're seeing the benefits of that. Lo Celso has been absolutely fantastic the last few games. Today, he was brilliant, and he was the one that led to the goal, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's a brilliant run, and went by about 3-4 players.
Exactly, I thought it was one of those Sonny runs, And Son and a couple of other players that weren't particularly amazing in the first half. Something was obviously said in the second half to give them a bit of confidence, and it pulled through. Sonny got that goal, and I thought we maybe would have pushed on a bit, but as you can expect, Southampton trying to put a bit of the brakes on our acceleration forwards. And unfortunately, the game is 90 minutes, and the players need to work on that. The concentration level just dipped, and we found ourselves in a lot of trouble. Redmond was very good today, very hard to control. And that's the kind of thing we need to be more wary of in moving forward, for sure.
Do you think those last 20 minutes, obviously where Southampton dominated, do you put that down to more tiredness from the Spurs players, or more kind of being more conservative and allowing Southampton to come on to us?
I think it's a bit of both. I think the not necessarily tiredness, but it's a level of concentration. Concentration is very, very important, no matter what the game is, whether it's Premier League, FA Cup. They need to just keep thinking that this game is not over. We either need to be as solid as possible and as concentrated as possible for all of us together, or things like when the Southampton goal came, that's what can happen. So I think the tiredness levels are slowly disappearing. I think the fitness levels are rising, and that was very evident today. I couldn't really pick out a player where I was like, he needs to come off because he's very tired or whatever. Where we've seen in the previous game. So we've got to be positive about that. Clearly the training is working in the background to performances like this. We need to carry that on. We got City next.
It doesn't get much easier. What do you think of Jedson Fernandes? Made his starting debut today. Played 55 minutes, got taken off. That's when we moved Lo Celso into the centre. What do you make of him?
I think at the moment it's we got to be realistic. Like he's only just come along into the team. He's been thrown in there, and to be fair, I think he's done a fairly decent job. In all honesty, there's a couple of very good touches today. He's very positive, and that's what I like to see. No negative passing back or sideways. It was very much getting the ball. Who's forwards, or do I need to go forward? That's what we needed for quite some time this season. So yeah, I think overall he was very positive to see his performance today, for sure.
And we've got 5 next time we play again. The window will be closed, so hopefully we'll have some new signings on board. Any idea who do you think we're going to get in before the window?
There's too many names flying about, you know. We need a striker. I said last week or during the week, we need a striker, and whether that's Mr. Parrott coming in to hopefully get a few more games along the way, but I
Not
don't
in the squad again today.
Yeah, I don't think there's, you know, he's 17 at the end of the day. There's a long way to go.
We have to sign a striker. We have to, but now at the end of the window. Obviously, there's Willian Jose. There's talks of this Piatek. Do you think we're going to get one of these big money signings up front?
I really hope that one of them comes through. You know, years ago when, you know, we had Soldado and everyone, it just wasn't good enough. So I think I'm going to get run over. You know, when Soldado was about, yes, we were very, very fortunate to have Kane in the team to come through. We don't really have that right now. We all believe and want Parrott to do very well, but I think it's too early, you know. So we just need to get someone in 100%. We need to do it.
Like a target man, that kind of profile. Because I think that was what we're missing again, and also in the late in the game when we were lumping the ball up to relieve the pressure. There was no one there to make it stick and hold the ball up for us, and that's exactly the type of striker we need.
Yeah, I think like we said the other day, Mora did absolutely fantastic. You know, in the circumstances, we got to be very positive in the circumstances we have across the team and everything that's been going on this season. He's trying his best, but it's just you know, he can only do so much, and he, like I said the other day, needs to be a running off player like with Son as well. We need that target man. So if the ball gets hoofed up the middle from Lloris, then that's great. And I think you can see that from the back at the moment. Lloris and everyone is just already starting to play like we did a couple months ago, a few months ago, playing from the back, and it doesn't work. It puts too much pressure on us. And I think if we think about it properly, it's only happening because there's no one up there to have the confidence to actually hoof it up there and have someone bring it down. So yeah, we must bring someone in 100% in the next few days.
All right, cheers for coming on, Si. Cheers.